Before we get into this video, I want to let you know that I am teaching a tarot course this fall. So if you're interested, look at the link in the description below. And of course, if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, everything you need to know is in the description below. Let's get into this video. Hi Libra. Do I have this where I want it? Okay, that's good. All of your cards are shuffled. So let's go ahead and get into this, okay? Okay. Interesting. Let me just take a minute to take this in, Libra. All right, Libra, current self is Page of Pentacles. This is Earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. The Page of Pentacles is also someone who is kind of like an apprentice. They're studying, they're learning, they're wanting to improve their skills. This would also be somebody who's got maybe a new business venture that they want to see succeed. This sometimes does represent manifestation, manifesting new opportunities, right? So at the beginning of September, you are very much focused on your accomplishments and your work, right? Theme of the month is Five of Wands. This is about competition. This is about proving yourself, being scrappy. Sometimes this does represent kind of like, I always look at it as a rat race card, like putting yourself out in the marketplace, wanting to like prove your value, prove your worth. But also it's just like, even if there's no conflict or even if there's no competition, there may be just a need to like put yourself out there and like be busy and do things, just like to be performing. Does that make sense? So this month for you definitely seems to be about performing at a level where you feel like you're making progress and improving your life. Okay. Key goal to pursue is the Tower, which I think is very interesting here. Now, I do connect the Tower to your home. Maybe there's something in relationship to your home that you need to change. The Tower typically represents sudden change, chaos, upheaval. So for me, with this being key goal to pursue, you do need to make a big shift in your life. Something that may uproot you, something that may cause big shifts. Spirit is telling you, hey, this is time to embrace it. You need to shake things up. I'll go back and maybe I'll clarify the Tower to see if there's any more specifics around what needs changing, what needs shaking up, what maybe changes do you need to initiate to shift, right? All right, obstacle to overcome is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is patience. It is investing your time and energy into something that you're hoping will yield results. And a lot of times this can be frustrating because you don't know, a lot of times with the Seven of Pentacles, if what you're investing in will be rewarding, will be worth it. So it feels like to me there's a question of the value of your time and energy and if you're putting it in the right places. Again, this could also be quite literally impatience for something or someone. Maybe impatience for the changes to happen. Major accomplishment is Hierophant. This is Taurus energy, in case that's important to you, Libra. The Hierophant is also about work. It is about organizations and institutions. It's about higher learning. It also is connected to spiritual teachers. Sometimes it can be connected to you and your higher spiritual learning. But it's about order and structure. So even though the key goal for you is to like shake shit up and like completely uproot yourself, by the end of September, you'll feel more stable and secure. That's literally how I'm reading it. We're starting from scratch in September, but then by the end, we're like, okay, we're good now. Almost think of like a 30-day reno project, like kind of what it feels like. What to avoid is the Ace of Wands. This typically represents a new passion, a new fling, a new start, but it has to deal with something that you're passionate about. This can oftentimes be romantic flings, but this can also be projects as well, like maybe avoid starting over altogether on something, which is a bit conflicting here, since the message for you is to quite literally pursue upheaval of something, because you can't pursue needing to burn something down without also having to start something new. So we're going to clarify what that is. What to embrace is the Six of Cups. This typically represents forgiveness, looking to the past, reconnecting with friends and family. It's also like innocence as well. To me, this is heavy energy, most usually about the past, reconnecting with people, friends and family from the past, revisiting the past, reflecting on the past, something about the past. Reconnecting or embracing or healing, even from disagreement, maybe, because sometimes the Six of Cups is forgiveness. Where to find support is the High Priestess. This could be somebody that you consider very intuitive in your life, but the High Priestess could also represent your intuition, the need to trust your gut, trust your intuition. It may not make sense to burn the building down, but your gut feeling says it's time. And lo and behold, had you not burned the building down sooner, the whole thing would have collapsed on you. You know what I mean? So sometimes we do have to trust that intuitive nudge. Advice and encouragement is the Judgment here. The Judgment does represent awakening, a reckoning. It's Judgment Day. It's time to finally answer the call, answer for your sins, if you will. Everything that's led you to this point, by the end of September, you're going to finally have to answer for and make. And I know you might be hearing that. You're like, what do you mean? I mean that metaphorically. But what I'm really saying here and what this card is about is by the end of September, I feel that Libra, you're going to be in a place where you're like, okay, this is what I was able to achieve. Like, are you proud of me? That's what I'm hearing. I feel like you're wanting somebody's approval. I'm feeling and hearing you're wanting somebody's approval. Look what I was able to do. Look what I was able to accomplish. But sometimes for me, the Judgment card is also like, it's time to wake up as well. It's like, okay, like it's time now to get real. I don't think this is the best card that represents judgment. Out of all of my tarot decks that I have, like this is Judgment, you know. It's like, it's time to say, okay, like how are we going to move forward from this? The doomsday is here. Are you going to rise to the occasion, or are you going to get scorched by the earth? I don't know. You know what I mean? I always find that I struggle to explain the Judgment. Because really, it's a card that asks you to assess all that you have done previously and determine, are you ready to evolve? And oftentimes that means shedding something. You know what I mean? It's almost like a pre-graduation before we get to the world, you know, the world and the tarot card. All right, let's clarify some of this, yeah? All right, I want to clarify the Tower for Libra, please. Kegels pursue. Why is what upheaval does Libra need to bring to their life? Imprisonment, breaking free. There's something breaking free, Kegels to pursue, breaking free from a prison, breaking free from a burning building, breaking free from something that was inevitably falling apart. Key goal to pursue. Change. It's time for change, babe. But make no mistake, Libra, when you see the Tower here, especially in this position, you are initiating the change. It's not something that's like happening to you. This isn't blindsiding you. You are saying, you are waking up one day early September and you're like, you know what? I don't fucking like this shit. And you're getting to work. You're pulling the rug out from under your life. You're like, remix, we got to start over. You know, that's kind of the energy that I feel. I want to clarify the Seven of Pentacles here for obstacle to overcome. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here for Libra, please, for September 2025? Seven of Pentacles, please clarify. We have a journey. There's waiting though. You see though, even here in this card, he's waiting to board. There's something that will provide, that will cause you to be impatient. Why is Libra impatient this month? Why is Libra impatient this September? Two of Cups. This is in relationship to a relationship or a partnership or divine union. You're waiting on somebody or someone. Maybe waiting on somebody to catch up. Maybe waiting on someone to kind of come to their senses, perhaps. We'll see what comes up in your love and relationship reading. Okay. And then we've got the Hierophant. Please clarify the major accomplishment for the Hierophant for Libra, end of September. Wow. Abundance. Both of these just fell out. Unexpected income and sudden wealth, babe. This is giving promotion. It's giving, it's giving management of McManagement company. It's giving, I just leveled up. It's giving career shift. It's giving career jump. Or even that maybe you secured like a really new important client. Because the reason why I say that is like, I live in New Jersey, so I know that all the states are not like this, but you can literally go from making $50,000 in New Jersey to making $100,000 because they legally can't ask you what you were previously making. And let's say that you were an administrative assistant for 20 fucking years and they kept your ass at 50,000. But meanwhile, over those 20 years, you've gained so much experience. You better believe you could go somewhere else if you format your resume right and be like, and make it look like you should be earning $100,000. You see what I'm saying? But in other states, they can ask for your employment or your payment history or whatever, and they can see and they can keep you close to what you used to be making. They can't do that in New York and New Jersey. So you really can come up. And I'm explaining that to say that's what I feel like is happening for you. You're making a big leap. This could be a windfall of money, a huge payout, or maybe unexpectedly, maybe you win the lottery. I don't know. Let me know. If you do, throw a little change your way. Put a little something in a gift in the tip jar, a little something. Let's clarify what this Ace of Wands is, why Spirit is telling you not to pursue this and what that means exactly. Let's clarify the Ace. I don't use reversals in the Street Priestess Tarot. So we have to be wise on how to interpret this. Despair. Okay. What to avoid. This could represent, Libra, if you had started a venture, started a project, started a relationship, and it didn't go well. I think Spirit is kind of, well, I started to say I think Spirit's telling you to move on, but now I'm not sure because, again, what to embrace is forgiveness. And I don't know if we're talking about multiple people here. Can you be more specific, Spirit, about what to avoid for Libra? Main male. This definitely feels like a connection to me. It could be, it's most likely romantic, but it could be platonic or professional. And then can you clarify the Six of Cups, what Libra needs to embrace? Courtship. So for me, we're dealing with two different energies. In one breath, Spirit is saying, ooh, okay. Spirit is saying, let go of the past. Like if it didn't get off the ground, don't try to fix it. Does that make sense? That's what it's feeling like to me. And again, this could be romantic or platonic. If something didn't get off the ground, you don't need to be pursuing this. Let it burn out. But there is something or someone from the past, Spirit is telling you to embrace. This could be a job that maybe you turned down previously. Maybe they're coming back around. This could be family or relationship. This seems to be somebody who wants to make amends with you. And then lastly, please clarify judgment for Libra. Change a pathway. Yeah, the path again, kind of, on my tangent, going through the pearly white gates, not death literally, but you know what I'm saying? Follow the path. Are we ascending or not? It's judgment day. Are we growing from this, or are we going to continue to make the same mistakes? I think that's the true meaning, right, of your reading. Are we growing from this, Libra, or are we going to make the same mistakes? Are we going to keep pursuing breadcrumbs? Or are we going to heal the past and move on? I'm saying a lot of things, but I want to see what we have in your relationship reading to kind of uncover some more. So I'm going to stop here, and I'll come back in just a second once I clear this. Okay. All right. Love life. I haven't seen these cards. I don't know what we got. Let's go ahead and put them down. Okay, Libra. All right. Okay. Before I speak, let me just see what our oracle cards say. What do you have for Libra, September 2025? And their love and relationships and their connections. Libra, 2025, September. Libra, September 2025. Yeah. September 25. Okay. I do really think we're dealing with multiple connections here, Libra. If I'm not, I'm not, then that means that that's not for you, and that's okay. As always, I hope that your love life is amazing and thriving, but if you're needing some guidance, listen. I'll try to interpret it for people who are single, but also people who are in committed relationships. Let's just try to see what we get here. So we have the Page of Swords reversed and the Four of Cups reversed. Here are the cards upright. The Page of Swords typically represents the air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and the Four of Cups represents feeling like apathetic, feeling like you don't want to be part of the festivities, not really wanting what's offered to you, feeling out of place, feeling awkward, feeling not really present. Also very much in your head too. It's very much glass half full, empty, or glass half empty. Hold on. Looking at the glass half empty versus looking at it half full. And when we have this energy reversed, a lot of times it represents coming out of that half glass empty feeling and then finally beginning to look at things as the glass half full, starting to see the brighter side, for lack of better words. The Page of Swords represents sometimes breakdown in communication, like there's the communication maybe between you and someone else is very fuzzy. This may even be a message, Libra, that maybe you're done trying to communicate with somebody, like you just realize that you're not making any progress and you're just done trying. That for me feels more accurate. At the beginning of September, you're just like, you know what? This person isn't even meeting me halfway. I don't want to try anymore. I'm tired of looking like a fool. Because when the Page of Swords is reversed, it's somebody's unwilling to communicate, or there's some communication barriers. There's a problem here. But to me, this just kind of intuitively, I just kind of feel like, you're like, you know what? I don't want to try to communicate with somebody anymore who doesn't want to communicate with me. This is no longer a pleasurable experience to me to constantly get turned down, you know, like, because she's turning down the glass, right? You're offering a drink and you're constantly fucking turned down. So you're like, fuck it. You know what? If you want to not have some champagne, I'm stop offering you fucking champagne. That's the energy you're coming in with September. That shouldn't sound like a surprise to you. Now this could be in committed relationships also. Like, maybe you and your partner haven't been able to see eye to eye on something, or maybe they've been in a mood and you're trying to meet them halfway, but the communication's not there. So you're just like, you know what? You wallow then. You throw yourself a pity party because clearly that's what you want to do, right? All right, so for the unexpected, we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed and the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune typically represents good karma, good luck, good fortune, which is so lovely here. We love to see that. It's also divine timing, the turning of the karmic wheel. And then the Eight of Pentacles typically represents perfectionism, dedication, mastery. When we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed like this, it represents laziness. It represents maybe feeling like you need a break, maybe feeling like you're not investing as much as you used to in a relationship. Can you clarify that though? Is it that someone, can you clarify this please, Spirit, for Libra? Okay. My fan is on and my contacts are like drying out, so I'm so sorry. Okay, Libra. To me, this feels like unexpectedly, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Pentacles, a restoration. We have the Nine of Wands, so we have perseverance and resilience. We've got the Ten of Swords here. To me, this is about something that maybe already ended. Somebody has already stopped investing into a connection. It's something that's already done. And yet, we're going to nurture it and we're going to try to bring it back to life with faith. There feels like a connection here to me that is unexpectedly turning around after it had been stagnant, or maybe you and somebody needed space. You're giving it one last effort. Now, there could be a message here that maybe after having already given the effort, that something is finally done. It's time to move on, perhaps, with the Wheel of Fortune, because the Wheel of Fortune represents time. And perhaps it's time to just nurture and heal. Nurture and heal yourself. That could be one interpretation as well. I recognize that everybody's going through different life circumstances. Okay, but the major point here is that at one point there was a lot of energy poured into a connection, and there was a lot of last efforts, but now it's time to heal. Whether or not you're healing solo or whether or not you're healing the relationship is going to vary person to person. Because I'm not going to sit here and say that every person watching this video, every Libra watching this video is going to reconcile with the person. I don't have reconciliation here in front of me. This is actually alcohol removed wine. I'm trying to like stop drinking wine because I know it's contributing to my weight gain. So I want the taste, but I don't want the effects. And also I don't need to be like buzzed in the middle of the day. Like, I want to be a fucking alert. So I'm actually not drinking. All right, so let's keep going because I want to kind of unfold the big picture here for you. Theme of the month is Queen of Swords reversed, air sign energy again, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Now, typically when the Queen of Swords is reversed, this is her upright. She's very cold-hearted. She's very icy. She's bitchy. She doesn't have patience for anyone. The Lovers is here, which does represent Gemini energy, and it is upright, and it also represents unions, divine connections, right? Page of Pentacles is here, earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but also investing in a relationship, wanting to see it grow, wanting to improve upon it. Five of Cups reversed, coming out of grief, coming out of sadness. What's really unclear to me, because clearly there was a lot that went on, it's unclear to me I don't think we're dealing with new connections. That's number one. I'm just trying to determine, are we healing ourselves, Libra, or are we healing the relationship? That's just what's a little bit unclear to me. We have the separation card here, but to me, the separation already happened. To me, the separation already fucking happened. Maybe the separation is finalized this month. Who knows? The next card I had out was engagement. That's why I said it feels like we're dealing with multiple connections, possibly. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Now, I'll probably read you that message, but I think this applies to committed relationships as well, because you never stop getting to know your partner. Now, the card I got from the Healing Heart Journey was tempting. Missing the intimacy, friends with benefits, recovering from infidelity. I definitely feel this energy of like there's this separation here, but there's just like you're still missing them, still thinking about them, still kind of like reminiscing about the past. Now remember, we had key goal to pursue, Six of Cups, healing a relationship from the past. Obstacle to overcome, Seven of Pentacles, the patience in relation to another partnership. I just want to be very clear, because I don't play about your lives. You guys know I do not play about your lives. How is it that you are guiding Libra at this time? The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. That message is number 7. You may have been conditioned to dwell on problems. It is important to remember the true reality is love. Choose to take a deep breath and focus on what is true. Negativity will disappear when you affirm, everything is okay when I choose love. There are many things you can do to shift into a more loving flow. Work at having healthy, encouraging conversations with yourself and others. Squash any negative inner dialogue and notice the positive aspects and people in your life. Be realistic about what is going on in your life. Yes, only love is real, and there is sadness, depression, doubt, worry, and anger. This card is about finding balance in your life, so the challenging times are not overwhelming, and you are able to remember that love is at the core of everything. The dominant imagery of this card could represent the tree of life, rooted in earth, extending toward heaven. While you are having a human experience, it can appear that you are alone. Yet in the heavenly realm, we are all one and love prevails. There are multiple images in the card that symbolize peace, love, and support. Find and meditate on something you are optimistic about. It's not really clear to me. Is Libra working things out with their partner, or are they having to heal? Children, Maybe you have children with this person. I guess I should be clear. Like I said, healing is definitely occurring with the Star, the Empress, the Five of Cups reversed. There is healing taking place. I just don't know if the relationship is being healed. That is what, and sometimes it's hard to discern, right? Because I don't want to sit here and put all the cards on the goddamn tarot table. Chemistry. Okay, we get it. There's a bond. There's a magnetic connection. We get it. Let's just use a traditional tarot card. Is this relationship healing, or is this person moving on individually? It wasn't really a good shuffle. Is this person moving on or healing? Hold on. Let me shuffle the deck, Spirit, please. Let me just shuffle. You know the question. All right, the cards that just flipped out were Strength and Ten of Swords. There's some other that are here, but they're face down, but I saw these first. Now, to me, this would be the strength to accept an ending and move on. Let's see what's out here. Three of Swords. Hold on, what is this? King of Cups, the Star, rebirth, rejuvenation, you know, healing after heartbreak, and rebalancing your emotions. So for me, this is like healing yourself after kind of just accepting that it's really over, you know? There's acceptance here. There's acceptance here. Now, Libra, like I said, if everything is fine and dandy in your relationship, amazing. Love that for you. Feel free to watch your moon and your rising as well if you're not connecting with this reading for your love reading, or your Venus for that matter. But this could indicate, I'm not even, you know what? I'm not going to try to say how it could affect married people. I'm not going to try. If this is connecting to things outside of the marriage, consider that. But if it's not connecting overall, you don't have to receive this reading. Now, getting to know you is here. So here's the message, this card right here. The romance angels are guiding you to create intimacy with your partner by revealing your true feelings, your dreams and desires, and the other innermost aspects of yourselves. You discover commonalities and learn new ways of relating. If you're presently in a relationship, this card is a message of healing through honest dialogue. This is particularly true if you stuff down feelings instead of discussing them with your partner. Perhaps sitting together with a counselor will give you the strength and support to admit them. Regardless, this card clearly guides you toward holding deep and honest discussions for the benefit of your love life. Guys, you know this is a collective reading. If some of this resonates, I hope that it's able to help you or give you clarity. But if you want a specific reading on your situation, book that time with me, because I don't want you feeling unclear, unsure. But I'm just trusting that you heard the messages you needed to hear in this love reading, okay? Made sure I just plucked the following cards after the Five of Cups reversed. And it was the Page of the Knight of Pentacles, which is about going slowly. Three of Pentacles reversed, which is like not getting along, not collaborating, not working as a team. And then the Fool, which is a fresh start. So for me, this just kind of validates my reading of like, you are giving someone a lot of time and patience. Maybe your obstacle to overcome was the Seven of Pentacles, patience. But ultimately, you guys are just not on the same page anymore. You can't agree. So you're going to just have to start fresh. You take that in whatever way start fresh means to you. Start fresh doesn't always mean, you know, going to file for divorce. Start fresh can mean a lot of things when it comes to holding grudges, when it comes to feeling betrayed by your partner. It can mean a lot of things, okay? So someone's going to have to give is really what I think the message is here. But, okay, I'm moving on. All right, Libra. So for your career and finances, back of the deck energy is your Power card, Justice reversed. I'm not sure how that connects just yet, because typically the Justice reverse can maybe mean that you've been very critical on yourself. Wheel of Fortune is out here again. Second time Wheel of Fortune is here. So I want you to write that down. Nine of Wands is here again. Write down the Wheel of Fortune. I want you to meditate on that card. Eight of Cups, Strength card here again. Emphasis on healing, Libra. Emphasis on healing. Truly. Swords are falling out. No longer kind of leaning into naivety. No longer looking for validation either. Professionally or, you know. Let's see what we got for you, Libra. Please, any messages for Libra, September 2025. Okay. What did I see first? Those came out first, and this one. Okay. All right, where you are, what you're expecting. You're expecting a turning of the tide. You're expecting this Wheel of Fortune moment. You're experiencing change at the beginning of September. The Nine of Wands reverse is just kind of like that last effort, that last push that you need to go through to get to this, you know, feeling on top of the world energy here. And that's likely why we had the Tower, right, on Kegel, to pursue that one final push to just make that big shift, that sudden change, right? Love to see that here. Unexpected energy is the Eight of Cups and the Strength card. Oh, by the way, the Wheel of Fortune can be positive in terms of, you know, getting a pay raise, getting a promotion, a financial windfall, a stroke of luck, stroke of fate, good fortune, right? So you know something good is coming to you professionally and monetarily. Unexpectedly is Eight of Cups. Walking away with the Eight of Cups, or maybe feeling alone, feeling isolated. And then we have the Strength card reversed. This is Leo energy. When it's reversed, it's like, oh, you just don't know if you have the strength. I feel like you're contemplating whether or not you have the strength in you to walk away from something, or the courage to walk away from something or someone. We'll need to find your inner strength to walk away from something or someone. Let me clarify what this is for Libra. Unexpectedly. We have the King of Pentacles and the Devil. This is Earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and then the Devil does represent Capricorn, but it's also related to work and professional matters because it does represent the sign of Capricorn, and Capricorn is very career oriented. Clarify the unexpected, please, for Libra, professionally, career-wise. Mature woman coming out here. Something I just heard, Libra, is that somebody might be walking away. Look, journey here again. Somebody might be walking, poverty and hard work. Somebody might be leaving a job that you've been wanting to leave. That message just came through. Like, if you've been waiting for somebody to like imagine like somebody who's just been on the job for 30 years and she makes your life a living hell. Like, her finally leaving is kind of like, oh, finally. That message just came through. This could also be walking away from a job asking more of you. Maybe they want you to do more, and you're just kind of like, you know, I'm not doing that. They're trying to convince you, oh, you're so good, you do this, you do that. Like, we'd really love to like throw more work on you, but you know, they might even be throwing more money at you, but you're like, no, I don't want to. So unexpectedly, you will have to have the strength to walk away from something that may not be fulfilling for you. However, with the King of Pentacles and the Devil, I feel like you're doing what's best for you. I don't feel like you're walking away this month from something that isn't serving you. You're walking away so that you can make space for a better opportunity. Does that make sense? Theme of the month, we got Seven of Cups. Choices, options, fantasy sometimes, the Seven of Cups. And this might even be trying to figure out how you want to manage your money now that you have more income coming to you, is what it looks like. Trying to figure out, do I want to get, you ever like come into some money and you be trying to figure out what you're gonna buy first? Am I gonna buy a house? Am I gonna buy a car? Am I gonna get my new, get a new install? You know what I mean? Like, it feels like, where do I want to spend my money first? Six of Cups reverse is, again, that's kind of why I was saying no longer needing external validation. You're validating yourself, maybe also celebrating a win privately. This is the Six of Wands. Three of Swords, the swords are falling out, no longer in pain or anguish or sorrow. Page of Cups reverse, I feel like you're keeping a lot of things to yourself. Sometimes the Page of Cups can represent like artistic or creative pursuits that you're just keeping to yourself. You're not ready to share with everybody. But at the same time, you're doing that so you can heal and protect yourself. So you're experiencing some big wins, but like nobody knows. Nobody knows. But I think that's good for you right now. I think you just need to sit with some things yourself. You're wanting to protect. You don't want to give anybody the opportunity to shit on what you've been able to accomplish, which I think is smart. Let's look at your oracle messages. We have, I don't know what came first. I feel like I saw this one, these two first. So we got promoter. Ooh, promoter. All right, if there's a new idea or project manifesting, know it has great potential for success. Careers in the nightlife industry, events, or restaurant industry could be right for you. Use the law of attraction for money. Be the energy you want to attract. Offering. Use the universe will meet all your needs. Consider having a money altar. Call upon your spirit guides and angels to assist you during this time. Then we have science. I think I saw that one next. There is something unfolding for you. Work with an open mind. Consider careers in science or any job that unravels the mysteries of the universe. Apply a scientific approach to your business or financial problem. Lastly, control. Try to be a little more flexible and allow the universe to work its magic. Don't lose out on opportunities because it didn't come in the form you wanted it to. Sometimes blessings come in disguise. Stay open-minded to see the potential. How do we feel about that? It's a lot of messages, right? Feel free to like run any of this back, take a minute to kind of journal on anything that stood out to you, because I feel like you're very introspective this month, especially when it comes to your career and finances. But I'm happy that you're seeing progress. You're just having to take a stand. You're having to say, you know what, this isn't working for me anymore. I deserve more. I've invested so much, I deserve more by now. And you're not afraid to take a stand and walk away from something that's no longer serving you. But that's okay, because now you'll be able to heal. You know, now you're going to be able to heal. Okay. Your oracle message, I don't know what it is. I'm using crystal spirits this month. Crystal spirits this month. What? We have pink sapphire. I don't know these cards that well, so I'm always just like, ooh. What is it? Like, you're kind of supposed to see a face in these, but I don't really see a face in this one. Okay, 44. Okay. Essential meaning: forgiveness, choosing to heal, acceptance and letting go, soothing the heart. You see how I be knowing? Have you heard, and I do this because I like to read the oracle card last because I don't know what it is, but I like it to round out your reading. I like it to kind of put a bow on everything I've interpreted. Okay. Have you heard that forgiveness is a gift you give yourself? Pink Sapphire's spirit message to you is not to concern yourself with the law of karma right now. For while your loving heart wants to see justice served for the good of all, in this moment you are called to align yourself with the universal laws by choosing to heal yourself. It's time to start the process of forgiving those. I know exactly whose dog that is. That dog be doing too much. Sorry. For anybody who's been riding me for a really long time, you guys remember I used to like drive myself crazy in my old apartment because it was just like constant beeps, honks, noise, yelling, crazy. So if I have to deal with a little dog barking for like 5 seconds, it's fine. In this moment, you are called to align yourself with the universal laws by choosing to heal yourself. It is time to start the process of forgiving those who did you harm. And that means deciding consciously that they will not determine your story of who you are and what you have experienced. For you are a powerful storyteller and co-creator, and you will tell a heroic tale of overcoming that which has caused you pain. Your willingness to engage in healing, to free yourself from your past and soothe your heart, is an awesome superpower. Pink Sapphire Spirit is here as a reminder that you can do the work, that walking through the forge of fire and letting go of the pain will remake you strong as steel going forward. You will persist and, as you embrace the wisdom you have earned, find the power to say never again by making the choice to heal yourself and forgive yourself for not knowing better. Positive things are to come. Positive things are to come, and you can rest assured that the conscious universe is your ally in this process of healing, acceptance, and forgiving. That is such a perfect message for you, like, because I just kind of feel like that's kind of woven in your theme. I said you're coming out of pain from your love reading. There's healing taking place in this relationship, whether internally or healing the relationship. There's healing among your finances and kind of celebrating some things privately. The what to embrace card is the 6 of Cups, which does often represent forgiveness. Like I said, maybe this is about forgiving yourself, right? For what you didn't know, for not knowing better. Don't be so fucking hard on yourself, Libra. We're human. We're not perfect. Okay? All right, Libra, that's what I have for you. I love you so much. Watch for your moon and your rising as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the future videos. Bye.